My friend, come sit closer. You know, these old bones don't bend the way they used to, and if I lean too far just to talk to you, I might accidentally fall into your lap. And don't pretend you'd complain. I'm 80 years old, not dead, just slightly expired around the edges. Now listen, you ask me something that most men my age pretend they don't hear. Paul, why don't senior men approach women anymore? What happened after 60? Ah, that question. That's the kind of question that sits deep in the chest, like a memory you never quite swallowed right. Let me try to tell it to you the way an old man tells a story. Slow, honest, dramatic, and with enough jokes so you don't cry too hard. And trust me, there are some brutal reasons, not gentle reasons, not cute reasons, brutal ones, carved by time, heartbreak, fear, and a few knee replacements. Before I dive in, let me take a breath. At my age, breathing is something you schedule, like a dentist appointment. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the truth. I remember back when I was young, around your age, 60, practically a flaming teenager compared to me. Back then, walking up to a woman felt exciting. Your heart raced, your palms sweated, your knees shook, but because of nerves, not arthritis. You smiled, you flirted, you took chances. You knew rejection stung, but you also knew you could bounce back. After 60? Well, bouncing back requires medical supervision now. And that brings me to the first reason, one that most men will never admit out loud. Reason 1, we're terrified of rejection in a way we never were before. Not the cute kind of fear, not the, oh no, she doesn't like me kind. I'm talking about the kind of fear where the rejection feels like it confirms everything you already worry about at night. That you're outdated, that you're invisible, that you've become, what's the word kids use now? Ah yes, irrelevant. When men hit 60, something shifts. The world stops looking at them like someone in his prime and starts looking at them like someone who should be careful on slippery floors. And when a man feels irrelevant, approaching a woman feels like stepping into a battlefield without armor. You start thinking, what if she laughs? What if she thinks I'm creepy? What if she thinks I'm desperate? What if she thinks I'm old? Friend, nothing hurts a man more than feeling old in the eyes of someone he admires. A doctor can tell us we're aging. A mirror can confirm it. But hearing it, even silently from a woman's expression, that can break a man's spirit. And because of that fear, most men simply stop trying. Now, before you breathe too heavily from all this drama, and before I get too deep into my emotional monologue, I should remind both of us that if you're enjoying this story, you should like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Friend, don't make me beg. At my age, begging looks dangerously similar to collapsing. All right, back to our truths. Reason 2. Our confidence has wear and tear, just like our knees. You ever see an old leather jacket that used to look cool as hell, but now has cracks, wrinkles, faded spots, and smells a bit like forgotten memories? That's a man's confidence after 60. It's still there, it still fits, but it doesn't look the same, and it sure doesn't feel the same. We've lived through divorces, heartbreaks, betrayals, illnesses, children we couldn't impress, careers that ended earlier than we wanted, dreams we had to surrender, opportunities we missed, and women we couldn't keep. Confidence doesn't just fade, it gets weathered. Men my age walk into a room full of women and feel like a dusty museum exhibit with a sign that says, "Do not touch." And the thing is, nobody wants to feel like an antique. especially one that isn't worth much at auction. Reason 3. Health problems make us feel undesirable. Let me tell you something blunt. At 60, you start getting little reminders from your body. At 70, you start getting letters. At 80, your body sends you full emergency memos every morning. A lot of men deal with erectile issues, heart problems, prostate troubles, low testosterone, and joints that click like a haunted house. And even if a woman never asks, never comments, the man already feels ashamed. Approaching someone becomes a negotiation with insecurity. Can I still be a man? What if she expects something I can't give? What if I disappoint her? What if she deserves better? Friend, you can't imagine how many men choose silence just to avoid the possibility of failing someone. Reason 4. Women today are stronger, smarter, more independent, and that intimidates us. You younger women, yes, at 60, you're practically a baby compared to me, carry a kind of strength and independence we didn't grow up seeing in my time. In my time, women were expected to need men. They weren't always allowed or encouraged to be independent, financially secure, or emotionally grounded on their own. But today, you don't need us. You might want companionship, but you don't need rescuing. And that's wonderful, truly. But for men raised in a different era, it's intimidating as hell. We don't know the rules anymore. We don't know what's expected. We don't know how to approach without feeling like we're intruding. And so, we don't. Friend, I've still got 6 more reasons to go, and each one is heavier, funnier, sadder, or messier than the last. And I'm going to tell them all to you, because I promised you the truth. The kind of truth old men usually keep locked up with old photographs and love letters from women they shouldn't have let go. But before I continue, breathe, get comfortable, maybe grab a snack. This old man's about to unpack decades of pain, wisdom, embarrassment, and a few jokes that might get me in trouble with your girlfriends. Now, take my hand. Let me walk you through the rest.
My friend, you're still here. Good. I was worried you'd run off after hearing the first few brutal truths. Not everyone wants to peek inside the mind of an 80-year-old man, you know. It's not always pretty in here. Sometimes it's wise, sometimes it's bitter, sometimes it's confused, and sometimes it's thinking about whether I left the kettle on. But since you're still holding my hand through this mess, let's keep going. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, the reasons senior men like me don't approach women anymore. Let me tell you the next one, and brace yourself, because this one is heavy. Reason 5, we've been hurt more times than we can count, and we're tired. Friend, when a man reaches 60 or 70 or 80, he carries a lifetime of wounds you can't see. A divorce that left him hollow, a woman he adored who passed away, a love he lost because he was young and stupid, relationships where he tried his best and it wasn't enough, moments where he begged someone to stay and she didn't. When you're 20, heartbreak feels like a storm. When you're 80, heartbreak feels like permanent climate change. And after decades of trying, failing, loving, losing, starting again, falling apart again, some men just stop. Not because they don't want love, not because they don't crave connection, but because their heart is like an old bridge that's been repaired too many times. You stop crossing it because you're afraid the next step might finally break it. Reason 6, we don't know modern dating rules. Friend, dating today is like trying to read an IKEA manual upside down without my glasses. You want to know what it was like when I was young? You called a woman on the phone, a real phone, connected to the wall. If her father answered, he'd sniff loudly like a guard dog. Then you asked if she wanted to get a milkshake. That was it. Today, you've got apps, swipes, emojis, voice notes, green bubbles, blue bubbles, typing dots that give you a heart attack, People disappearing for 3 days and calling it normal, and something called soft launching? What is that? If I launch something soft, my doctor gets involved. Older men like me, we're terrified. We don't know whether to message, not message, call or not call, compliment or not compliment. We're scared any innocent gesture will be misinterpreted. So we freeze. And when a man freezes at our age, he stays frozen. Reason 7, we don't want to be a burden. This one hurts the deepest. Every man past 60 has a moment, usually early in the morning while brushing his teeth, where he looks at himself and thinks, who would want to deal with all this? The pills, the doctor appointments, the occasional forgetfulness, the slower steps, the naps that sneak up on us like ninjas, the health scares we try to laugh off, the quiet nights where we feel the years pressing on us. We're afraid of becoming someone's responsibility instead of someone's joy. Even if a woman says she doesn't mind. We care. We don't want someone to fall in love with us only to regret it when life gets hard. Reason 8, we've become hyper-aware of women's boundaries. Back in my day, dating women was simple. You smiled, she smiled, you talked. If she didn't want to talk, she said so politely, and you respectfully backed off. Today, the world is different. Some men deserve the criticism they get, but many older men are terrified of being misunderstood, accused, or seen as crossing lines they never intended to cross. We don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. We don't want to invade anyone's space. We don't want to do something wrong without meaning to. So instead of risking it, we do nothing. It feels safer. Reason 9, many senior women already think we're looking for a nurse, not a partner. Oh, friend, this stereotype follows us like a shadow. Some women assume older men only want someone to cook for them, clean for them, take care of them, and put up with their nonsense. Now, some men absolutely do want a nurse disguised as a wife, but a lot of us, we just want someone to talk to, someone who listens, someone who laughs at our stupid jokes, someone who lets us feel like we still matter, someone who makes us feel alive again, not managed. But when we sense a woman is suspicious of our intentions, we back off. We've lived long enough to know when to retreat. Reason 10, deep down, many older men think women deserve someone better. This might be the most brutal truth of all. When a man crosses 60, he starts taking inventory of himself. His health isn't perfect, his energy isn't what it used to be, his face is weathered, his body is softer, his wallet isn't always full, his patience can be short, his past mistakes feel heavier. He thinks, why would a woman choose me when she could choose someone younger, healthier, stronger, richer, or easier? Men don't say this out loud. They pretend they're fine. They joke, they laugh, they shrug it off. But inside, a lot of us feel unworthy. Not because women said so, but because life said so. Now, friend, come closer. Let me look at you properly, the way an 80-year-old man looks at someone he trusts with the truth. Even with all these reasons, we still feel love. We still feel desire. We still feel loneliness. We still crave connection. We still want to approach, but the years have made us cowards of it. Not because we're weak, but because we've lived. Now listen, we're not done, not even close. This story still has a long road, and you know me. I'm not done until you're wiping your eyes, laughing, and threatening to smack me with your purse. And somewhere in the middle of this long journey, if you're still enjoying this story, well, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Not for me, for you, so you don't miss more of my rambling old man wisdom. And if you don't do it, I'll pretend my eyesight is bad and say I didn't notice, while secretly crying into my pillow later. Now come here, friend. Let me keep going. Let me take you through the deeper parts, the ones most men my age would never dare speak aloud. So if you've still got a minute, and I know you do, because you're like me, you don't walk away fast from something good, go ahead and tap one of those videos. I'll be waiting for you in there too, rambling, laughing, telling you things your doctor won't, things your ex never did, and things your younger self wished someone told you sooner.